Hello students, my name is Anita Sen, your science teacher from Shri Rama Bharti Public School. Today I will take more few topics from combustion and fossil fuels. So let's start. Now today I will start from flame. Now what is a flame? The flame is the visible gaseous part of a fire. Visible gaseous part of a fire. The part which emit light. The region in which the combustion of fuels takes place is called a flame. The region in which the combustion of fuels takes place is called a flame. Now the color of the flame, it depends on three conditions. The color of the flame, it depends on three conditions. Number one, the nature of the substance that is burning. Number two, amount of air available, means what is the amount of oxygen. And third is temperature. Now, if you will see, there is a diagram of a candle flame. Now, I will explain the different zones of a candle flame. Now, there are most importantly three zones of a candle flame. Outermost zone, which is known as non-luminous zone. And this is the hottest part of a candle flame. Second is the middle zone, known as luminous zone, that is moderately hot. Then the third is innermost zone, which is known as dark zone, that is least hot. So outermost zone known as non-luminous, the hottest part, middle zone, luminous zone, moderately hot, innermost zone, dark zone, which is least hot. Now I will explain the difference between non-luminous and luminous zone, or we can say flame. The non-luminous flame is blue in color. Luminous is yellow in color. Then non-luminous is formed as a result of complete combustion because it has the sufficient amount of oxygen. But luminous zone, it is formed by incomplete combustion. Why incomplete combustion? Because this part gets insufficient amount of oxygen. Then non-luminous zone, it is the hottest part of a flame, whereas luminous zone, it is moderately hot. Non-luminous zone, because it is getting sufficient amount of oxygen, so this flame does not leave any residue. But luminous zone, it leaves black carbon particles. So that is all about the different zones like luminous and non-luminous zone of a candle flame. Now our next topic is fuel. What are fuels? Substances that are burned to produce energy. Energy, it can be in the form of heat and light, because we know these are the forms of energy. So the substances that burn and they produce heat and light, they are called fuels. Like examples, wood, coal, petrol, LPG, CNG, charcoal, and so on. Many more are there. Now, on the basis of their physical state. Now, physical state means solid, liquid, and gas. So, on the basis of their physical state, fuels have been divided into three categories: solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gaseous fuels. Solid fuels are the fuels that exist as solids at room temperature. For example, wood, coal, coke, cow dung cake. So, more also. Then comes the liquid fuels. Liquid fuels are the fuels that exist as liquids at room temperature. For example, kerosene, petrol, diesel, fuel oil, etc. Right? Then comes the third one, that is the gaseous fuel. Gaseous fuels are the fuels that exist in gaseous state at room temperature. For example, biogas, natural gas, and petroleum gas. Now, calorific value of a fuel, because a fuel depends on its calorific value. Now, what is calorific value of a fuel? The amount of heat energy released by a unit quantity of fuel on complete combustion is called calorific value of the fuel. The amount of heat energy, which is released. Which is released? When a unit quantity of a fuel burn completely. It is called calorific value of that fuel, and it is expressed in kilojoule per kg. It is expressed in kilojoule per kg. Like, higher the calorific value of a fuel, the better is the fuel, as hydrogen is considered as the best fuel. Why? Because it has the highest calorific value. So, this is all for today. Have a cheerful day. Goodbye.